Roll down for me, make a roll that in for me. Bella Roma Bugatti, she cussing to Nabi. Roll down for me, make a roll that in for me. Bella Roma Bugatti, she cussing to Nabi. Oh, you dey make them bow low. Your body, yo, everyone down low. You dey make them bow low. Your body, yo, everyone down low. Shabba, shabba, shabba. See, girl, the way you dance, they make me wanna throw it.
Good afternoon, Ghana. It's 12 o'clock. Time to reach for mobile water. Mobile water, unique in every way.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Citi News.
It's midday. A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Citi Prime News on 97.3 Citi FM. The news is live from our studios at number 11 Dr. Martin Loop in Adabraka, Accra. The news is also live on all affiliates across the 16 regions of the country. Western region, we are live on Premier FM 100.5, Beach FM 105.5 and Sky Power FM 93.5, all in Tekrade. Bono region, J Life FM 95.5 in Sunyane. Ashanti region, we are live on Orange FM 107.9 in Kumasi. The news is also live around the world on citynewsroom.com. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Coming up, Energy Ministry assures of taking all necessary steps to recover every amount due to ECG and the Government of Ghana following the dismissal of claims by PDS by the London Court of International Arbitration.
The claims as sought by PDS was dismissed in its entirety, and so they are not entitled to anything. The Office of Attorney General will take steps to recover all monies that are due ECG.
Also coming up, Volta Regional Police Command temporarily shut down the Ehi police post in the Ketu North municipality after mob attack over arrest of murder suspects.
By looking at the intensity of the attack and then how they vandalized police properties, the regional command has deemed it wise to close down the police station temporarily.
Still ahead, Asantehene cautions newly appointed Ashanti Regional Police Commander to refrain from getting involved in chieftaincy and land-related disputes in the region. And later, New Patriotic Party to present voter album to candidate on November 13 ahead of its presidential primary on January 31, 2026.
You lose your membership when you contest against the party's candidate or you campaign for a candidate other than the party's candidate. Yes.
All that and more on Citi Prime News, which is also live in the Volta region on Global FM 105.1 in Ho, Adanu FM 107.7 in Adakluwaya. Northern region, we are live on Diamond FM 93.7 in Tamale. Upper West, Westlink 88.1 in Laura. Upper East, we are live on Source FM 100.1 in Boko. Pure FM 100.5 in Navrongo. And in the Northeast region, we are live on Scarp FM 101.3 in Nakpanduri.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
Grateful for choosing us, the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition has assured of the government's commitment to recovering all funds owed to the Electricity Company of Ghana (ECG) following the dismissal of claims filed by Power Distribution Services at the London Court of International Arbitration. PDS had initiated arbitration in London after its contract with ECG was terminated over alleged fraud, but the tribunal dismissed all claims. In an interview with Citi News, spokesperson for the Energy Ministry, Richmond Roxon, welcomed the decision and assured that steps are being taken to recover all outstanding funds.
Because if you look at the processes the government commenced in 2015, before His Excellency lost the elections and went, if he had followed that process and would have continued with the transparency and the international reputable companies that were there, we wouldn't have been where we are today. And so, government welcomes the decision. It's a lesson that this should never happen again. We shouldn't have been here in the first place where opaque decisions and greed will lead us to the point where people will try to cannibalize the process to take steps to own ECG. And so the decision is welcomed. The claims as sought by PDS was dismissed in its entirety. And so they are not entitled to anything. The Office of Attorney General will take steps to recover all monies that are due ECG. And I'm sure that at the right time, the Attorney General will also brief the country.
Richmond Roxon is spokesperson for the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. The New Patriotic Party is demanding an unqualified apology to former Member of Parliament for Awutu Sinya West Mavis Hawakumsin over election-related violence in the constituency. The call follows comments by Interior Minister Mohamed Mubarak Muntaka, who attributed the 2024 election violence to security lapses. Now addressing a press conference in the area, the Utusenya East, constituency secretary of the NPP, Michael Addy, urged the current MP, Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno, to apologize to the former MP for accusing her of instigating the violence.
Honorable Mavis Akumsin was never involved in any act of violence, and the entire narrative pushed by the NDC was a calculated smear campaign to score cheap political points ahead of the 2024 elections. The party calls on Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno and all those who willfully spread false allegations to issue a public apology to Honorable Mavis Akumsin, the MPP, and the good people of Kaswa. These falsehoods have caused needless tensions and damaged the reputation of hard-working members of parliament and the general public.
Awutu East Constituency Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, Michael Addy. The police in Nalerigo have engaged the chiefs and people of Bintri following the death of a motor rider yesterday. A struggle between police officers and two men on a motorbike during a routine search resulted in a shooting incident. The officer's weapon, according to preliminary investigations, accidentally discharged, hitting the rider in the shoulder. The victim was rushed to the hospital but died later. The head of the Public Affairs Unit of the Northeast Region, Deputy Superintendent Robert Anabik and Main, says the police will visit the family of the deceased to commiserate with them whilst the officer is currently in custody assisting investigations.
We have been patrolling the Bintiri community and also mountains route blocks where we conduct checks on the route to ensure that people who patrol the route do not carry offensive or engage in any criminal activity. Following the incident yesterday, we are currently at the Bintiri Chief Palace to engage with the chief and his elders and the community members to find out ways how we can be able to provide them more security to ensure that there is peace and security within the area. We will proceed to the deceased person's family to communicate with them and also assure them of our readiness to investigate the case the latter and whoever is found for without according to law.
How is the officer doing?
He's currently in custody and assisting investigations. From here, when we finish the engagement with the chief and his elders, we'll go back and any information we take will proceed to our investigation. If there is a need to put him before court or release him himself, we'll do so.
Deputy Superintendent of Police Robert Anabik Anmain is the head of Public Affairs Unit of the Northeast Regional Police Command. Now, the Volta Regional Police Command has temporarily closed down the Ehi police post in the Ketu North municipality after an angry mob attacked the facility, demanding the release of a suspect for lynching. The attack followed the arrest of a 25-year-old suspect, Kofi Agbavito, who allegedly stabbed 32-year-old Julius Sabla to death. The mob assaulted officers, set fire to an exhibit vehicle and vandalized 2 police officers' vehicles belonging to the command. Chief Inspector Francis Gomado, the Volta Regional Police Public Relations Officer, told Citi News that investigations are underway to identify and arrest those involved in the Monday attack.
A gentleman who is a suspect for, in this case now, ran to the police station for a refuge, or a key police station to be precise. What happened was that he stabbed a friend who is now deceased by name, only for the irate youth from the town to besiege the police station and demanded that he should be released to them for instant justice, which the police did. So the irate youth went back and then went and remobilized and came back to attack the police station, vandalized parties. Attacked the police officers on duty and beat up. By so doing, they had access to the suspect. By looking at the intensity of the attack and then how they vandalized police properties, the regional command has deemed it wise to close down the police station temporarily.
Chief Inspector Francis Gomado is the Volta Regional Police Public Relations Officer. Meanwhile, Assembly member for the Ehi electoral area, Christian Nutepo, says plans are underway to renovate the vandalized police station.
The situation in the town is very calm. Everybody is, the daily activities of the town is going on as normal. With the span of the community, we had a press from the chief of the town, with the Blabupo before, who actually issued a press that the perpetrators of this action should go to the law. They need to face the law, and also the town is also planning to renovate the police station for the police to come back. So currently, it was the last 2 days that the chiefs and the others of the town went and meet the commander, and we have a deliberate discussion, and we are planning currently. We have plans underway to renovate and also fish out those perpetrators.
Christian Nutekpo is Assembly member for the Ehi electoral area in the Volta region. The Asantehene Otumfo Saitu to the second has cautioned the newly appointed Ashanti Regional Police Commander DCOP Arthur Osei Koto against getting involved in chieftaincy and land-related disputes in the region. He explains that such matters are outside the mandate of the police service and fall under his authority as the traditional leader of Asanteman. Speaking during the Ketsi call by the newly appointed police commander at the Menchia Palace, the Asantehene advised that any chief who approaches the commander with land issues should be referred to him for resolution.
Land ownership issues fall under my jurisdiction. If there are any disputes or disagreements concerning land, report them directly to me and I will ensure they are properly resolved. However, you should handle social issues and community concerns to help maintain peace and harmony in the region.
The Asantehene Otumfo Saitu to the second also issued a stern warning to chiefs within the Ashanti Kingdom, stating that he will not hesitate to distill any chief found engaging the services of land guards. He indicated that no chief under his authority has been authorized to employ land guards to protect land, describing the practice as alien to Asanteman's traditional governance system. As media community man kasa ko fa land bia mo mere asase jo nyezo ba e mere mo tumi na ko fu ko twitwu
I will destool any chief who hires land guards. They know they have no such authority. When those lands were entrusted to them at the time of their installment, I never instructed them to use land guards for protection. I did not give them the power to employ people to carry guns and harm others. If any chief has a land dispute, they should bring it before me so we can settle it peacefully and maintain harmony.
Zoom.
You heard Asante Hene say to the second. This is still the City Prime News on 97.3 City FM. I am Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Still to come, New Patriotic Party to present voter album to candidate on November 13 ahead of its presidential primary on January 31, 2026. We have details of that plus other stories coming up shortly. Please don't go away.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Luckiest everywhere for everyone.
This year is going to be sweet. I don't just feel it, I know it because the Luckiest Season 3 is back.
And I'm about to show you how to grab your golden ticket. Just dial *712# and follow the prompts to purchase your ticket. Or go to theluckiestafrica.com, hit community tickets, and pick your lucky number.
Or let the system do its magic. Choose how much you want to spend from 1 to 5,000 Ghana cedis. You can even buy a ticket for someone else. Be someone's hero. Payment? Easy. Mobile money in Ghana or card if you're international.
One ticket can turn 1 CD into 500 times more. That's maths we love. Or your community will win 10 times more. So let's get lucky together. Because luck is everywhere.
Play responsibly. Not for persons under 18 years. This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
City Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Now, Chinese-owned warehouses shut down for stocking and fabricating Shangfan machines are expected to pay penalties and resume operations after committing to end the sale of the banned items. The chief executive of the Environmental Protection Agency, Professor Nana Ama Brown Kluche, who is leading a team of EPA officers in the Obuasi municipality of the Ashanti region, says the operation will continue. Speaking to Citi News, Professor Kluche said following discussions with the warehouse owners, the machines will be confiscated and legal action taken against those involved.
Yeah, so when we close down a shop, we give conditions. So first, they are not supposed to open or operate the shop until we agree on the terms we go on. For those of the shops we closed down yesterday, they were selling items illegally or illegal items, I'll put it all. What they have declared to be selling in their shops were different materials we went to meet. So their option, they will have to sit down. First, they will pay penalties, which we will determine and communicate with them. And then we sit down on the terms. They either declare and pay the right penalties or pay the right permit fee for what they are selling, or they have to stop selling. We confiscate the material that they are selling illegally. So in all of these, until we come to an agreement for them to start operation, they are closed down. Okay. And if we close you down and you open, we take you to another level of the law.
Professor Kluche also called on the private sector to partner with government and environmental agencies in reclaiming degraded lands across the country. According to her, the cost of restoring the destroyed lands is enormous and collective action is crucial to rehabilitating affected areas and promoting sustainable land use practices. The Presidential Election Committee of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, chaired by former Bekwai MP Joseph Osei-Owusu, says it is fully prepared for the party's presidential primaries scheduled for January 2026. Addressing the press, Mr. Osei-Owusu indicated that the committee will present the voter album to candidates on November 13, 2025. He also stated that all suspended members of the party will lose their voting right until they go through the required procedures for reinstatement.
You lose your membership when you contest against the party's candidate or you campaign for a candidate other than the party's candidate. It's automatic. So the party's amnesty was specific that anybody who has disparate proceedings or punishment hanging on his or her head is being granted general amnesty, except those who have forfeited their membership. And then specifically said, if you forfeited your membership, then apply to them. Generally, my view has been that you forfeit your membership today, you can rejoin. You're a beginner. But until 2 years have elapsed, you do not qualify to compete for any position. So if you had a voting right and you lost your membership, you may have rejoined, but you don't return to your position. You're starting afresh. Okay. Therefore, you do not qualify.
Apologies for the poor quality of sound, but that was the chairperson of the NPP's Presidential Election Committee, Joseph Osei-Owusu. The headmaster of Pasa Senior High Technical School, Roxanne Kwameteria, has been ordered to refund unauthorized fees collected from almost 3,000 first-year students who reported to school last month. He is said to have charged each student 435 cedis to cover the cost of missing school items. Mr. Teria is further accused of directing more than 800 final year students who wrote this year's West African examination certificate examination to pay 150 cedis or risk being denied access to their result. The Ghana Education Service has directed him to step aside while investigations continue. Now, anti-corruption campaigner Vitus Azim has expressed disappointment over what he describes as the government's slow approach to tackling corruption. He noted that ahead of the 2024 general elections, the government made several promises indicating a stronger and more decisive fight against corruption. However, 10 months into its administration, those promises have yet to materialize. Mr. Azim's comments come amid a series of high-profile corruption scandals, including the Ghana Revenue Authority and Strategic Mobilization Deal and the National Service Authority Ghost Names case. While acknowledging that the accused persons deserve fair trial, he cautioned that prolonged hearings risk eroding public interest and weakening accountability.
Government is doing its best, but it's not meeting the expectations of Ghanaians because they promised that when they come in, they were going to deal with corruption seriously. And we've done 10 months, and we have not heard of any jailing. Heard about some money being retrieved, but we don't know how much is being retrieved and for what purposes. So in that case, even though government is doing well, it has not met the satisfaction of most Ghanaians. And as for those cases that they handle, yes, that's what we're expecting. We expect these cases to be handled, but swiftly. They shouldn't take too long, as has happened in the past, so that when there's a change of government, they will withdraw those cases. So that is the problem. We expect that it should be handled very well. Of course, the people are entitled to justice, fair trials. But the government should do its part by making sure that they have good dockets that they can use to prosecute the cases in court, so that if monies have actually been taken, those monies will be recovered and the necessary punishments meted out to the perpetrators.
He had anti-corruption campaigner Vitus Azim. Frequent breakdowns of heavy-duty trucks are being blamed for the traffic congestion on the Accra-Tema motorway. The gridlock, which stretches from the Sherman Underbridge and 18 Junction to the Manette Junction, began early this morning and has left many commuters stuck for hours. Citi News' Elizabeth Kawiki Okansi observed that several broken down vehicles along the stretch worsened by ongoing construction works that have made sections of the road difficult to access. Some commuters who spoke to Citi News appealed to authorities to remove the broken down tracks to ease traffic.
But today has been quite messy because I think several tracks were blocking the passage. So, I mean, these commercial tracks, the big tracks that carry load, yes, there are a few of them that are grounded on the road. So I think the MTT is trying to get them off the road.
This side, the road is too small. So I think if you can help us to expand the road small, so that the cars can pass. Because the ambulance are passing, they are carrying the sickness. Someone can die on the road, anything. Accident can cause. Many things are costing here.
Those were some commuters who were stranded on the Accra-Tema motorway earlier today. Now, the National Road Safety Authority has expressed concern over the increasing rate of road accidents in recent weeks. This follows a surge in crashes across the country, the latest of which claimed 5 lives at Asukuma Junction, the Esiojaman district of the Eastern Region. Public Relations Officer of the National Road Safety Authority, Pearl Setekla, tells Citi News that the authority is partnering with the Ghana Police Service to roll out an enforcement campaign dubbed Operation Comply to curb road accidents during the festive season.
It's a very big worry trend for the authority. We are putting our heads together with our other partners to see exactly what to do. Fortunately for us, it's getting to Christmas, and so we are rolling out our campaign, an enforcement campaign in collaboration with the Ghana Police, dubbed Operation Comply. Instead of being visible on some few stretches in the country, we'll be all over the country from almost every district. We will be enforcing road traffic regulation together with regulating the transport services. And so we are very seriously registering transport unions, associations, and corporate organizations that have fleets of cars that run for them.
She added that the authority is also engaging relevant stakeholders to secure funding for the establishment of a post-crash emergency centers across the country.
We have a few from some known crash-prone areas. For instance, on the Aflau Road, we have one on the motorway. We have one at Toje in Adan. We have another in the Keta municipality. So on that stretch, we have about 3. And then in the Ashanti, Accra to Ashanti region stretch, we have also some at Esuboy. We have another at Joaso. We have some also at Central Region, a Palm area. And so we are hoping that we'll get funds and then collaborate with other agents.
Kujo Kwagbeji, he described the latest figure, the lowest in 4 years, as evidence that Ghana is firmly on the path to recovery. Speaking to Citi News, he noted that the development could further strengthen the outlook for economic stability and attract fresh investment inflows.
We have long projected inflation to hit single digits at Meban Capital by the end of the year. This is because the underlying disinflationary triggers are still within the system. We have seen prudent fiscal consolidation by the government, tight monetary stance taken by the Bank of Ghana for this period. We have also enjoyed relative stability of the cedi, reduced prices at the pumps, and also excess supply of certain food items are the contributory factors to the disinflationary pressure. The single-digit inflation of 8% clearly shows that the economy is on the path of recovery and growth. We expect investor confidence to bounce back. Going forward, we expect inflation to be contained within the Bank of Ghana's medium-term target band of 8% plus or minus 2 by the end of the year.
Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji is head of finance at Meban Capital. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has dismissed calls by former Chief Justice Safai Kufo for a moratorium on all forms of mining in Ghana, citing environmental degradation and the pollution of water bodies caused by illegal mining, also known as galamsey. While acknowledging her concerns, the ministry argued that suspending all mining activities could have severe economic implications. Speaking to Citi News, Media Relations Officer for the Ministry, Pakwesi Shandov, said the government remains committed to protecting the environment while promoting responsible mining practices.
Her suggestion is coming from a good place, given the fact that she is equally concerned about the decimation and devastation of the environment, except that you cannot place a hold on all mining activities as of now, because mining, as we all know, is a very lucrative economic enterprise that continues to drive economic advancement. Also, the laws that we have now permits mining, except that they do not endorse illegal mining. So what we are fighting is not the whole enterprise of mining, but illegal mining activities, and government will stay on that course. The Sector Minister, Emmanuel Amakofibwa, is committed to that endless fight, and hopefully will chalk successes in the not too distant future. Indeed, already we are recording very great outcomes, but certainly there is more to be done.
Pakwesi Shandov is the Media Relations Officer for the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. And in today's edition of the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studios in Adabraka in Accra, please log on to citynewsroom.com for more stories. I'm Hawa Idrisu Mustafa. Thank you for doing the listening.
Citi News. We speak first. Reach our hotline